Jesus Christ, I think upon your sacrifice. You became nothing, poured out to death. Many times I've wondered at your gift of life. I'm in that place once again. I'm in that place once again. And once again I look upon the cross where you died. I'm humbled by your mercy and I'm broken inside. Once again I thank you. Once again I pour out my life.
Good day to all of you. What's happening? Hope you are all in good spirits, with positive thoughts, and filled with new ideas and idealism. Welcome to our service of worship as winter is really starting to kick in. I'm going to explore the topic of, malfunctioning immune systems, referring to some verses in the Bible. Our bodies are really amazing. When a child falls and scrapes her knees, various bacteria enters the wound. Immediately the body's immune system kicks in. It kills off the bacteria, ejects them, forms a protective crust, and in a few days the wound heals. Serious damage occurs which may eventually lead to death. I believe there is something like a collective immune system which is active in groups of people. It helps us to identify ideas and persons which pose a threat to the well-being of society. Families would protect their children from dangerous ideas spread on the internet. For example, that the use of drugs will unlock their creative minds or make them cleverer. We vet our children's friends according to the old proverb that one rotten apple spoils the barrel. Unfortunately, it does and has happened that this social immune system goes haywire. The minutes of a church in Zeerust tells a fascinating story. In the second half of the 19th century, a teacher was imported from Holland to teach geography. Consternation arose when he taught his pupils that the earth was, in fact, round and orbited around the sun. The Bible, of course, clearly states that the earth is flat, standing firmly on its pillars. It is the chariot of the sun that moves daily from east to west. This teacher was hauled before the church council on a charge of heresy. The minister, being educated, tactfully sided with this teacher. Finally, the council decided that they indeed accept that the earth may be round and orbiting around the sun. However, as far as Zeerust was concerned, the earth was flat, stands on pillars, and the sun orbits the earth. Interestingly enough, the Bible has much to say when this communal immune system behaves erratic. In Hosea 4 verse 6, the prophet says, "My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge." In John 17 verse 4, while praying to his Father, Jesus complains, "I have delivered your word to them, and the world hates them, because they are strangers in the world, as I am." You see, Jesus brought some new and exciting perspectives on God. According to Matthew 5 verse 45, Jesus declared, God makes the sun rise on the evil and the good, and sends rain on the righteous and the unrighteous. The religion of his day thought just the opposite. Sun and rain were only for God's favorites, while droughts and epidemics were for God's rejects. We can retranslate the words of Jesus today as, the coronavirus attacks the good and the evil, the faithful and non-believers equally. God does not intervene in any way. Jesus has a remedy when our communal immune system acts up. In John 8 verse 32, he simply says, the truth will set you free. And this is my message for today, that we should seek the truth always and at all costs. Practiced in love, this truth will heal our broken systems of immunity. About a week ago, I put on my facial mask to buy some stock at a well-known retail outlet. On my way to the entrance, a person stopped me. He asked me if I would like to buy cigarettes and showed me a packet of Savannah Blue. I saw on the packet that it was manufactured by the Gold Leaf Tobacco Company of South Africa. I don't smoke, but I discovered on the internet that Gold Leaf's products make out a staggering 75% of the entire illicit cigarette trade in South Africa. There are other companies as well. Staggering profits of billions of rands are involved. Some of their directors are connected to political parties either by blood or by donations and possibly payoffs as well. These have been documented in Johan van Locherenberg's book Tobacco Wars, published last year. Now I understand why people are very cynical that South Africa is the only country in the world fighting the coronavirus by banning the sales of cigarettes. It seems hidden agendas are at work. When I finally reached the queue, waiting to be allowed to enter the shop, I made another disturbing discovery. About 50% of those queuing up did not wear masks or did not cover their noses. I asked the woman behind me, "Why are you not wearing a mask?" She replied, "God is protecting me." I politely asked her to please put it on because I'm not sure that God is protecting me. "Go to hell," she said. And once inside the store, I saw a number of employees not wearing masks. It was then that I realized that we are losing our battle against the virus already. Ideally, the only hope we have is that every single person and every individual wears a mask in public, washes hands frequently, don't touch their faces, and practice social distancing. A lack of knowledge and superstition, which is nothing but fake knowledge, is propelling our country to disaster. Malfunctioning societal immune systems are rejecting the truth. Professor Glenda Gray, president of the South African Medical Research Council, echoed my sentiments. Last Saturday, she said the government's lockdown strategy should be ended and replaced with a massive campaign focusing on hand washing, wearing masks, and social distancing. Other peoples criticize the prohibition of the sale of cigarettes, alcohol, open-toed shoes, and other irrational regulations. Instead of entering into dialogue and debate, Professor Gray was vilified by the Minister of Health and threatened to be prosecuted for the spreading of false information. This is another prime example of a societal immune system malfunctioning. An informed opinion about how to stop the spread of the virus is stifled and suppressed and blacklisted. The examples of societal immune systems behaving erratically can be multiplied. The DSTV series Little Fires Everywhere has just finished. A girl who is autistic, not attracted to boys but to girls, and the youngest of 4 children, is regarded as the black sheep of the family. She dresses funny and does not conform to the rules set by her strict and ambitious mother. Finally, her mother rejects her totally. In the end, it turns out that she is the only decent person of integrity and compassion. Seeing the destructive influence of their mother's hypocrisy, the other siblings set the house on fire. Realizing her own complicity, the mother tells the police she did it. You see, sometimes we only learn through suffering. The truth, knowledge, is the only effective antidote. Artists may help us to fight society's compromised immune systems. On the 23rd of December 1888, the Dutch painter Vincent van Gogh was so broken, so rejected. He only sold 1 painting during his own lifetime, that he cut off part of his earlobe. He was regarded as demented and finally committed suicide 1.5 years later, aged 37, on the 29th of July 1819. And today we revere his paintings. In some, he expressed the plight of peasants and impoverished miners. In the final years of his life, he produced his masterpiece, Starry Night. And still, even today, his paintings undermine society's notions of who are in, who are out, and the way in which we treat nature. The late Michael Jackson said, "We have to heal our wounded world. The chaos, despair, and senseless destructions we see today are a result of the alienation that people feel from each other and their environment." And perhaps this is our calling in the times we live in, to restore malfunctioning communal immune systems by practicing love, divine love. It is a love that reaches out to those in need. It is a love that brings us to re-examine our priorities in life. It is a love of the truth, to pursue it always and whatever the cost, and speak this truth to power. It is a love that will restore us to health. Amen. Thank you for being with us. May we all experience the love of God and practice this love with open hearts, open minds, and open hands. See you next week.
Excelling joy of heaven to earth come down, fix in us thy humble dwelling. Spirit into every troubled breast. Let us all in thee inherit. Let us find the promised rest. Take away the love of sinning. Alpha and Omega be. End of faith as its beginning. Set our hearts at liberty. Come, Almighty, to deliver. Let us all thy life receive. Suddenly return and never, never more thy temples leave. Thee we would be always blessing. Serve thee as thy host above. Pray and praise thee without ceasing. Glory in thy perfect love. Finish then thy new creation.